Hey, welcome to Sasquatch and Cigars. This is Thomas, and I am your host. Tonight we have a midweek special review, cigar review. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about Sasquatch, but tonight I have a couple of special cigars. I'm only going to smoke one, but I have the Drew Estates Early Access Fire and Water cigars. They're hard to come by. I had to order these off of the internet, and I think I've been seeing a few reviews on them, and they come just like this: early access fire, early access water, red for fire, blue for water. I think we're going to start off with the fire, and we'll give that a shot. I couldn't find what they were made with. I think the idea is as you smoke them, they want you to give your feedback on what you're getting out of them as far as tasting notes and stuff. So without further ado, let's get the fire going. It's got a good smell to it. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm using my gimbal and it's got AI tracking. So if I move like this, it follows. If I move like this, it follows. If I stand up, it follows. If I sit back down, it follows. Pretty neat. So we're going to take this off of the foot. You can see that looks like it's a box pressed cigar. I want to say it's about 6.5 inches. Looks like a 50 ring gauge, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. I'm not good at judging the sizes yet of them. It's kind of got an earthy draw to it on the cold draw. Let's light this bad boy up, see what she's all about. Even when I was younger, I always thought that was kind of a weird saying. Let's light this boy up, or let's check this bad boy out, see what she's. You start off with boy and then say she. I always thought that was kind of weird. Sorry, a little peppery, earthy off of the first draw. Oh, I hit my microphone. My bad. I'm getting kind of a hint of some leather in there. I don't know if you've ever been in a leather store and that smell kind of gets into your mouth and gets on your tongue and you can kind of taste the leather. That's kind of very subtle on this thing. The leaf that they wrap this in is very veiny. I actually like it. I like the way it looks. It's very tightly wrapped. The draw is still good even though it's tightly wrapped. Yeah, Drew Estates did a good one with this fire. I'm enjoying it. Nice earthy cigar. I'd say it's, for me, it's a medium to full bodied on this one, but I will say that I did look up that I thought that the fire was supposed to be the darker wrapper and the water was the lighter, but the box that I got, fire was lighter and water, as you can see, is darker. So I think I freaked my camera out. So we'll see just how it is. And hopefully we can get into it. The other one, the water, I will probably be reviewing sometime this weekend before I do my next definition cigar review, which that will be coming out on Sunday. I think I'm leaning towards doing a review on the Equalizer, or I've got another one in there, the Goods. I'm pretty sure it's called the Goods. So I got two of the Goods. I've got the Habano wrapper and the Maduro wrapper. I'm going to post this video tonight, and if you have any thoughts on what you would like me to review first, the Equalizer or the Goods Maduro or the Goods Habano, let me know, and I'll take that into consideration. We'll put it to a vote. Whichever one gets the most, yays or nays, well, that'll be the one that I review. Give you guys a hand in my reviews a little bit. Oh, I did pick up a mascot. I now have a Sasquatch mascot. I think I'm going to have my daughter try and make a hat that mimics this hat, and then I can put it on this guy, and then I can get a little cigarello or something like that, maybe a really small. I think I saw some really small, really tiny deadwood cigars that might fit right here. And I think that would be totally funny to have him carrying around to him would be a big cigar. Just a little playful fun. I have started a Facebook page for Sasquatch and Cigars. I'm not sure how I'm going to work that. I know that most of my YouTube videos are probably going to populate there instead of on my normal Facebook account. I decided I wanted to keep my normal Facebook account kind of separate from the Sasquatch and Cigars account. I know I've invited a bunch of my friends from my regular account over to Sasquatch and Cigars, but the people that I invited seem to be the ones that comment on my videos or have texted me, hey, cool video and whatnot. I'm getting kind of a spice to it, a little bit different than pepper, just a different, not a baking spice, but just like a, I don't know. When on the retrohale, it's got kind of a slight burn to it, but if you look, the burn on this is pretty well staying fairly even. The taste is going nice and strong. It's got a good flavor to it. I'm really enjoying this cigar. because it's a work night, zero alcohol. I'm just drinking a Coke Zero. Try to limit myself on my alcohol consumption to once a week, maybe twice a week. I dealt with an alcoholic before, and my family has a history of being very susceptible to addiction, and I don't want to go down that path. So I enjoy drinking every now and then, but I'm a one and done, maybe a two and done kind of guy. I think the most drinks that I've ever had in one sitting, I was out of town and I was with a bunch of the guys, and I think I had 6 or 7 drinks, and then I went back to the hotel room and passed out. I have never drank like that again. I didn't have a hangover and I didn't wake up feeling terrible, but I have zero use for being that inebriated. I didn't like the feeling of it. This is a very pleasant smoke. Okay, that retrohale wasn't too bad. That didn't burn my nose. That first one off the first couple of draws was pretty harsh on the retrohale, but that one was nice and smooth. And I'm actually picking up some hints of cocoa in this, and I feel like the cigar is mellowing out just a little bit. I'd still consider it a medium to full bodied cigar. Not gonna lie, I had a dream the other night about I dreamt I was in the woods and I was doing some filming, and I thought I had come across the legendary Sasquatch, and I was like all excited and I was gearing up and I was getting all my camera stuff together, and I'm like, I'm gonna capture this guy, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get some of the best footage ever. And it ended up being a wild hog. Yeah. Even my own dreams screwed me over. Sasquatch, he's the king of hide and seek, even in your dreams. Don't you just hate the comfortable silences, or maybe the uncomfortable silences, when you're trying to get your thoughts together and you're trying to figure out, oh, what am I going to say next? How am I going to talk? What am I going to talk about? I got a long cigar I got to try and get through. I got to fill it up with some speech. And then you sit there and you're like lost in thought. I didn't write anything down for this. Sometimes I try and prepare by writing up some talking points. I didn't do that. Today is my daughter Allie's birthday. Happy birthday, Allie. She turned 17 today. And the AI just registered my hand raised. Okay, so the signals, I'm getting off track, but the signals for the AI is, this is AI off. This is AI on. Now it'll track me. I can move. But if it's off, it won't track me. The camera will stay still. But anyways, today was my daughter Allie's birthday. She turned 17. We did I stayed home because I wasn't feeling well. I was having a really rough morning, and I slept until almost noon. And I woke up, and this shoulder was killing me. I have arthritis apparently in this shoulder from carrying my tool bag all the years on this side. I never carried it on this side. I've always carried my tool bag or bucket on this side, and the doctor said that that's created cartilage and it's arthritis, and you're just going to have to deal with it. So, but it was hurting really bad today, so I took some ibuprofen and slept till almost noon. And anyways, so we got up, and I took my daughter Allie out for daddy-daughter lunch, and we went and had sushi. That was her choice. I went to a really good place for sushi. My daughter Val and my daughter Clara have recommended it. I believe it's called Kumo Sushi. It's on 1960, right at Cutton Road. And so we ate there, and then I looked up and found a tattoo piercing parlor because she really wanted to get her ears pierced. She's never had her ears pierced, and so today was the first, and she went all out and got 2 piercings on each ear. And then we came home and went out over to the came home, and I picked up her sister. Then we went over to Hobby Lobby, and she bought some yarn with her birthday money and some other stuff. And I picked up some stuff for my wife, and then we came home, and for her dinner, she wanted ham and mac and cheese and salad, and so that's what we had. And I had put a ham in the oven earlier today, and so we had a really nice dinner, and we did a birthday cake, and my wife got trick candles for the first time ever, and she blew them out, and of course they relighted right away. It was pretty funny. I think I'm going out on this. Let me get a little extra fire on here. It's getting a little wonky on the burn, so I'm just going to even that out a little bit. So anyways, I spent my day doing that, and it was pretty good. And then I decided I'm going to do a midweek review, and I wanted to do these Drew Estates early access cigars. Again, I ordered them from, I believe it was Cigars International online. I know, sorry Jeff, I said again. This was a 2-pack, and I've seen where you can get them for like 12 to 15 bucks for the 2-pack, but every place that had them at that price was completely sold out. One place was back ordered, and Cigars International had them, but they wanted 25 bucks. So I spent the 25 bucks and got them shipped and had them in my humidor for about 3 weeks. And I decided tonight would be a good night. Again, there's 2 cigars in the pack, so tonight we're going to get one. Maybe on Friday or Saturday I'll do the other one, or maybe Friday, because I won't have a cigar tomorrow evening, and I won't have a cigar Saturday evening, but that'll, I can have one on Friday and then one on Sunday. And this is my first cigar of today. It's kind of staying with the leathery profile. Like I said, I'm enjoying it. It's a pretty good cigar. if they put this into mass production, I would hope that they would keep this at $10 and under. I'm not sure exactly what tobaccos go into it because I couldn't find anything on it. I'm pretty sure that there's probably stuff out there. I just didn't dig very hard. Again, the retrohale is more mellow now than it was at first. It's not burning my nose at all. Who knows? Maybe that's just because I'm getting used to it. But honestly, I've had cigars where I've retrohaled through the whole thing and it's burned all the way through. Those tend to be like more full-bodied cigars. Not really getting much smoke off of it. Might try something. I know you're not really supposed to do this, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to clip the end just a little bit more. See if I can get a little bit better of a draw off of it. That helped out. So I'm thinking that, like I said, I was thinking about doing some like solo day trips, getting up real early on a weekend and going up and just scouting some places out that I want to do an extended investigation in. But the day places, or the places that I want to scout out it's going to take me a whole day to scout it out because it's going to take like 3 or 4 hours just to get to where I want to go. I'm thinking that maybe I'll pick something a little closer. Might stick with the Sam Houston National Forest. And I might try and go East Texas and see what I can find there. But my goal is to eventually get up to the Cottle Lake area because I really want to do some investigations up there. Just because the mapping that I've seen, that tends to be the most concentrated eyewitness and reported sightings of Sasquatch in the state of Texas. Okay, getting a little spicier. Getting some of the spiciness back. Excuse me, I got a little... Yep. I apologize. The ends sometimes give you a little bit of tobacco on your lips, and it bothers the hell out of me. And I don't mean to spit on the camera or anything like that, but... And because I did that, my AI shut off. So I'm going to turn it back on. I'm actually filming this a little earlier tonight because it's Wednesday night, and Wednesday night is the night that GenXTalks has Off the Record, and I really enjoy listening to that program. If you get a chance, you should check it out. They're on YouTube. They're on Rumble. They're on, I think, Discord, and I can't remember. I don't think they do a live of it on Spotify, but don't quote me on that. I do know that you can go on Spotify and watch back episodes and stuff like that. But if you get a chance, by all means, check them out. They're always talking about some interesting stuff. And one week they had a flat earther on there who was trying to argue the case for flat Earth. I'm not a flat earther. I don't believe in the flat Earth theory. I believe that the Earth is a round, not necessarily round, because I've seen images of the Earth and it's more oval than round, but you put all the water on it and it kind of rounds out. But yeah, shout out to GenXTalks. Give them a listen off the record tonight. It's, I think it starts at 8 o'clock or maybe 7 o'clock Los Angeles time, and goes for like an hour to an hour and 20 minutes. I might be wrong, and I will correct it in the description. I'll look it up and find out exactly what time it starts, and I'll probably even post a link to the off the record on Spotify if you want to go check out some of the past episodes. I've been on there twice. First time was way back, and I told a paranormal story that happened to me. And the second time was when they interviewed me for Sasquatch and Cigars. That was really cool. And I really enjoyed that. I really like talking to them. They're a great group of people. The General and Mama X are outstanding people. Their son Briggs is a really cool guy. And they're just great people. Give them a like and a follow if you get a chance. And check out, there's a lot of content that they put out. They really take care of their listeners. They really do engage with their listeners, and more so than I've seen on some of the other people that I watch. Now, the Y-Files, I watch them, and I know AJ, he interacts with his listeners quite often, and he does Q&As and stuff like that. The Y-Files is another show that I really enjoy watching. I just like the stuff about paranormal, like stuff, cryptids and stuff like that. The Y-Files goes more into government conspiracy theories and stuff like that, and also some science conspiracy theories, and he just covers a lot of different stuff. And the Y-Files is really good. If you get a chance, follow them if you're not already. I'll see if I can tag a link to his YouTube channel as well. And so that's kind of why I started a little early tonight making this video. Definitely, I want to say I'm getting the feeling that maybe whoever packed this box accidentally put the fire wrapper on the water cigar, because the stuff that I read said that the cigar was supposed to be a pretty hard-hitting, full-bodied cigar, and that's not what I'm getting out of this one that says fire. I'm actually getting a mellow, easy-going cigar that tastes really great. Definitely like it. So again, for my cigar enthusiasts and the people that watch my channel, leave a comment and let me know for Sunday, do you want to see the Definition Cigars Equalizer, the Definition Cigars The Goods Habano, or the Goods Maduro? Whichever one gets the most comments is the one that I'll review, and then we'll go from there. And I'll, if I can get enough people engaged with that and can find out, then on Friday I'll start looking up some Sasquatch stories to talk about on Sunday that will go with the flavor profile of whichever cigar gets picked. I like how much smoke is coming off of the end. It should, basically that's indicative of a nice oily wrapper, and it's good flavor. It gives good flavor to the cigar. I'm going to try something because I want to see just how well this thing tracks me. So and here I go. I'm walking around my yard, stepping back. Walk over this way. Over here, as we get over this way, you'll see in the background my wife's garden. This is her garden. I helped build it. It used to have raised beds around it, and the wood lasted about 4.5, 5 years before it really started to break down, and we had to get rid of it. And then we put bricks around it. But she has fed us off of that garden. Not a lot, but you know, we've grown some vegetables, and she's grown some really good cucumbers. She's grown some really good tomatoes that were very tasty. We live in Houston, so trying to nail down the growing season. Again, the problem with me videotaping outside is goobers like that. Trying to figure out the growing season in Houston can be difficult. We've tried several different species of squash, but the vine borers keep getting us. So she ordered a squash that is supposed to be vine borer resistant. So we'll see if that grows pretty good. She grew a bunch of what do they call them? Cow peas. Those were really good. And she's actually grown some sugar snap peas that were outstanding. And we're trying to get to where we can be a little more self-sufficient and self-reliable. I don't know if I'm like actually saying that right, but the cost of shit in the world today is just getting up and up, and inflation is hitting. So we're trying to offset that by growing our own vegetables. Not to mention, the closest store to here is Walmart, and their vegetable selection here is just in the shits. I'm sorry, there's no other way to say it. About the only thing that is reliably good there are the cucumbers this time of year. They got good cucumbers, and their onions are pretty good this time of year. The rest of it, it's really hard to find something that is actually good. The avocados that they have are always brick hard or super mushy. There's no in between on them. There really isn't. And it's why I try and stick to most of my vegetables from HEB. The HEB that's close to us has a decent vegetable selection and produce section that has good, reliable vegetables and fruits. That's the other thing. The Walmart has crappy fruits as well. I try and stay out of this Walmart if I can, but somehow I find myself going there at least once a week, and I don't really like it. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead, and I think I've been out here for about 30 minutes, so I'm going to cut this short, and I'll write in the review or in the description how the rest of this cigar ended up being. But that being said, thank you for watching. Hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, share the video if you liked it. Help me get my page out there and get some more people. I'm growing a little bit. Like to grow a little bit faster, but I know it takes time and it takes content and it takes consistency. And the consistency is where I kind of stumble with right now. So hopefully I'm going to get a little bit better with that. Peace out. God bless.